Okay, so I've noticed how big my hat is, but I've noticed how good I feel with the amount of caffeine that bulk black has. So recently I did a little experiment. I did 200 milligrams for a week, and it was an interesting experiment, and I think by now it should be published, and I'll link it in the description if it is. That level of caffeine is very minimal for me. Like, it's not the bare minimum, but it's just enough for the workout, and it keeps me awake. But at 300 milligrams, that, like 10 years ago, that used to be the high-end spot for pre-workouts. If I saw a pre-workout with 200 milligrams of caffeine, then it would be high stimulant. Like, that would be considered high stimulant back in the day. And I have taken higher stimulant pre-workouts these days, but 300 milligrams I think is a sweet spot between high stimulant and high performance. Once you go higher than 200 milligrams, then you start getting side effects, you start getting anxiety, jitters, especially when it's combined with other stimulants. And caffeine has a long half-life. So my point is, the 300 milligram caffeine dosage in bulk black is just perfect for me. I think it will be for a lot of people, unless you've been taking a lot of caffeine for a long time. Of course, you need to take some time to taper down and fix your tolerance, basically, kind of thing. But 300 milligrams, I feel like it clears the head for me. It's enough for performance. It's really good in terms of just giving me enough. And that was the point I wanted to make in this clip, is that the 300 milligram is perfect in bulk black for me. And I think for a lot of people it will be as well. Transparent Labs has reached a new level. This is bulk black, a 320 milligram caffeine pre-workout. Now, this pre-workout plays a small role in the market. It's one of those pre-workouts where it meets the middle of high-end pre-workouts with crazy energy and organic, completely natural pre-workouts. Bulk black sits right in the middle. How so? Well, let me break down the label for you, and then of course we'll break down and go into my experience. So this is a completely unsponsored, unbiased review. And so we're starting off with the minerals and vitamins. And here there's some vitamin B6, B12. Both are super important for energy production. It'll convert food into energy. Then we have zinc, a super important mineral. If you're not taking zinc, you're missing out, because when you're exercising, you're losing zinc. And zinc plays a huge role in your immune system, in your testosterone levels, in your recovery. It just does so much. There's no reason why you shouldn't be taking zinc, especially if you're exercising. Stress, exercise, all these things can take away your zinc, basically. So take your zinc and your magnesium, but there is no magnesium in here. And actually, why they call this bulk is because it has boron and zinc. Both of these play a little role in testosterone production and hormone balance. So that's why bulk is called bulk. It's the first ingredient is citrulline, but that's after the electrolytes. Electrolytes are important because it'll help with hydration and keeping up performance. Otherwise, you would have cramping, right? Citrulline malate helps with blood flow, maximizing the vasodilation that you get to your muscles, improving nutrient and blood flow, basically. It helps with pumps. And there's 8 grams in here, so it's quite good. Beta-alanine, 4 grams, that's where the tingles come in. You may feel some harmless sensation in your skin, like ants are crawling or something, but it's completely fine. Some people find it motivating. It basically buffers lactic acid, so you're able to put in more work, and it also helps with recovery. And then we have beta-9 hydrous, 2.5 grams. This is like creatine. It'll help with strength and muscle. And it also helps with hydration, as it can improve the water intake, or the water in your muscles, basically, like creatine. So both of them will play in synergy. Take your creatine. Taurine 1.3 grams. Taurine is super useful for endurance, and it's abundant. It comes in abundance when it comes to your heart and brain. So taurine can help with your mental function, and it's also a highly underrated muscle endurance booster. Then we have tyrosine. Tyrosine helps improve the production of neurotransmitters, which will play a huge role with your motivation and your focus and your alertness. Tyrosine is super good and useful. 1 gram, that's the standard dose. Anything lower would be like, you're going too low. What's the point of having that? Alpha GPC, 300 milligrams, 50%. Now there's a little problem with this ingredient. Alpha GPC, it plays a huge role with the neurotransmitters, as it can improve the production of acetylcholine, which is regarded as the learning and focus concentration neurotransmitter. So helping improving this neurotransmitter production will help you have more focus. But the problem, it's not fully dosed. It's 300 milligrams divided in half, 50%. So it should be 600 milligrams, 50%, but at 300 milligrams, it's okay, it's not bad. You're going to feel some focus. It's better than nothing, I guess, but hopefully they improve that down the line. Alpha GPC is usually paired with huperzine to provide a long day supply of focus and concentration. And then we have caffeine. Now caffeine, there's 2 forms in here. 275 milligrams of the natural caffeine coming from green coffee bean, combined with 75 milligrams of dicaffeine malate. So in total, there's about 320 milligrams. Yeah, I would say 320 milligrams because caffeine malate is usually around 70% pure caffeine. So caffeine malate is a slow digesting form of caffeine. The normal caffeine is just a normal digesting form of caffeine. So having both will theoretically result in a longer lasting production of energy throughout the day and smoother as well. So rather than having a huge jump in energy, you're getting a nice jump in energy and then smooth sailing from there, basically. Then we have theanine. Theanine, some people hate it, some people love it. It's basically an ingredient that will smooth out the stimulants. So it's not a bad thing to have. I actually like it. Theanine is super good for the heart, and it actually helps with the veins as well, as it'll improve blood flow to the heart, reducing blood pressure. Blood pressure is a problem, okay? We all have, it's very easy to have elevated blood pressure from diet, from increased salt intake, from stimulants, so nice to have. Then we have theobromine. This is a big upgrade from the last version of Bulk Black. Theobromine is dosed at 100 milligrams. So the last version had 50 milligrams. This is basically a cousin of caffeine. It's more milder when it comes to energy, but has a bigger effect on mood. And then we have Synactive. This one actually helps with the regeneration of cells, playing a little role in energy production. And then we have Bioprin. This is black pepper extract, 5 milligrams. It's going to help enhance all the ingredients that you take it with. So then we have boron. As I mentioned, it plays a little role in hormone balance. It also has a huge benefit for bone health, as it can maintain and improve bone density. So all in all, this is a standard formula, nothing crazy, and there's no wild rides. It's not going to take you for a wild roller coaster, but it's 320 milligrams of caffeine combined with 100 milligrams of theobromine. So say if you drink 2 cups of coffee and you're okay with that, then this will be a nice kick for the workouts. But of course, if you're taking 600 milligrams of caffeine, it may take some time for you to get used to this, unless you're using it in between those high stim pre-workout days. So that is a good option, either to use this as a main pre-workout, or as something in between those high stimulant days. So how's the experience? Well, we're gonna jump over to me at the gym. Oh, and I'm sure you're probably asking, what's the difference between Bulk Black and Bulk? Well, I did do a full comparison video on this, but the real brief overview of these 2 pre-workouts is Bulk Black has higher stimulants. It has 100 milligrams more caffeine, 50 milligrams more theobromine. That's the only difference. This has more energy. This has about 2 cups of coffee worth of energy, along with the same ingredients. Everything else is the same. And the sour gummy flavor is actually kind of sour. It's kind of on the sweet side as well. I did like this one. It has a little personality. It's not overly sour, but there was definitely like a sour kick. I was like, it's a bit sour, and I was drinking it. But it's kind of sweet as well. It doesn't taste like completely like gummy bears, but for a naturally flavored pre-workout, this actually does a really good job. The blueberry pomegranate is sweet as well. It's a sweeter flavor than the sour gummy flavor. But yeah, if you can check out the full comparison video, the link will be in the description below for bulk versus bulk black. So I'm not going to lie, I don't, like, my energy is higher and it's elevated, but it's not jittery or anxious. I'm walking to the gym now, I'm about to enter the gym. I don't feel any urgency. I just know that I want to work out. That's my self-motivation. The caffeine though does help. And this is like a standard pre-workout. It's nothing crazy, but it works and there's no urgency. But I still like it. A lot better than the original bulk, just because it has that 300 milligram caffeine pre-workout. So I'm gonna go into the gym now, work out, and I'll get some footage of my workout as well. So let's get going. But how is the experience with bulk black? So let me just start off with the weaknesses. Actually, let me start off with the strengths. The energy and the mood uplift is there. It's a lot better than the previous version of bulk black. 100%. The energy is way better. It's not completely like a world different, but it's just like it hits a spot perfectly. Bulk black, the previous one was just right, but this is like, okay, I don't think it can get better than this other than the other departments in bulk black, which I'll talk about. Like besides the energy, there's some aspects that has some weaknesses, but in terms of endurance and energy and mental, like my mindset, bulk black was just right for me. The focus wasn't so good. Like it wasn't like, for example, I've taken high energy pre-workouts before with absolutely no nootropics, and I would be distracted. It would be very easy to see a person walk in my vision, and I would see someone else, right? And I would get distracted. I would turn my head on that high energy without nootropics. But with bulk black, it's very easy to pinpoint my focus, to focus on the set I'm working on. Of course, it's not tunnel vision. And that's the weakness I want to talk about. The focus isn't like super focus where you're focused on something, time flies. No, it's more like if you pinpoint on a target, you'll focus better. And if you don't have your motivation up, your mindset is not right, you're distracted with texting and stuff, of course, you have to switch gears manually. And bulk black will not force you. It's not the type of pre-workout to force you to focus, to force you to urgently work out. For myself, I had to kind of like kickstart my heart rate just to get my working sets, like to get myself in the amped up version of myself. Of course, this is a little harder when I'm using lower stimulant pre-workouts like the normal bulk, but with the bulk black, it was just the right amount and I could pace back and forth just to get myself, in the zone, because when you're doing heavy squats, you want to be there in the moment. And using bulk black, I had to manually switch gears. There's nothing wrong with that. You should, as an athlete, be able to switch gears manually, to switch from, warm-up sets to working sets and to focus right in the moment without being distracted with anything else. Bulk black doesn't force it, but it's easier to switch to that gear, I find. So I noticed when I was doing squats, I really had to amp myself up just to get my heart rate a little higher, just for the working sets, because those sets are really hard just to get like urgency going, and I had to like collect the motivation in my mind. And yeah, so bulk black couldn't do that for me, but I had to do it myself. And this being the third day that I've been using bulk black, I walked in the gym, I was a little bit tired, but I was tired before taking bulk black. But bulk black still got me going, still got me up from the house, got me out of the house and got me going. I wanted to go work out. I had, my mindset. I loved the exercising, and using it 3 days in a row, of course, there's going to be some tolerance buildup, which is completely normal. But using it was just perfect for me, because after a period of using high stimulant pre-workouts, you're going on a ride, you're going on a roller coaster, and I prefer to have a balance between performance and the energy and the overall experience with Bulk Black was just the perfect sweet spot between the overall experience without going overdrive. And since it doesn't have huperzine, it might be better that it doesn't, because huperzine lasts all day. It literally has, I think, 12-hour half-life, meaning after 12 hours, half the amount is cut. 24-hour mark, you still have some huperzine in you. The next morning, you may feel a little weird, especially after a couple days of use. So it's well recommended to take such a pre-workout a few times a week, or take a week off and cycle. But Alpha GPC did a fantastic job for me in Bulk Black. Although it's a little bit underdosed, it was just enough. It wasn't anything crazy. I have a good nutrition, so that could also play a good role. Just having your own mindset and then having a pre-workout that's standard like Bulk Black is just perfect for me. And it's not crazy in any sense. And so it's almost a daily driver. It's almost something you can take every day, almost. Of course, tolerance will build up. So there's no really true meaning to a daily pre-workout. You're not gonna work out 7 times a week. You need to grow, I mean, in my opinion. But Bulk Black is the perfect sweet spot for me. Should you get Bulk or Bulk Black? Well, I did a full comparison video. So if I wanted to deload on caffeine, then the regular Bulk will be perfect. But if I wanted to replace my main pre-workout, Bulk Black would be great. But if I, because I want to get the best sleep, then maybe the regular Bulk will be great. Because once you take, or as you keep taking more and more high stimulant pre-workouts, even once a week, twice a week, it takes a toll on your sleep quality. So that was a good workout. Let me switch to the mic for a sec. Now it's on. Okay, that was a good workout. Not like it was a game changer or something, but it was actually better than the last version for sure, Bulk Black. This version is a lot better actually. The 100 milligrams of theobromine probably played a little difference, big role, but I really liked it. Of course, it's nothing game changing. Like it's not like something that will blow your mind. It's not going to take you for a wild ride. And that's what I like about this Bulk Black. It's definitely one I would recommend easily because it's naturally flavored and good for the long run. I'm paranoid about the cars. But yeah, super good. I feel super good right now. I wasn't feeling the best when I woke up, but I'm in a better mood now. Could be the combination of the workout and pre-workout. It's not like the pre-workout is going to do everything for you. But yeah, man, for sure. Would recommend it. So you can use my coupon code FITFRIC if you are interested in getting Bulk Black. That supports the channel. But of course, you watching this video really supports the channel and I really appreciate it. And if you found this review helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to hear from you guys. And I use the links in the description if you do want to purchase, and I do get a commission, no extra costs for you. But yeah, check out all the links in the description if you need more information about Bulk versus Bulk Black, for example, and other reviews. But yeah, hopefully you found this useful. Please let me know. See ya.